Hello again, Struck. Welcome back to my channel and my stream. I've just uploaded earlier a new theory class for Diablo 4, but now it's time for some streaming for me to test the controversial Atomic Heart to see how shitty the propaganda in this game is, or whether it's manageable, bearable. Also to see if the game as a game itself is good. There's a lot of controversy. Last I checked, the developers had moved their offices to Cyprus. So that should mean that any taxes the developers pay should go to the Cyprus government, but any earnings from the game, there are rumors that this game has ties. Just need to say it here while I'm at the beginning. There are rumors that this game has ties from receiving funding from big Russian companies. Whether that's the case, I can only guess. Um, I'll test the game, see how it is for a couple of hours, then we'll decide whether to keep it or not. Um, let's see. Am I ready? Just double checking if I'm ready to start. I think I should be ready. I think everything should be set up and we should be good to go. But yeah, one thing's for sure, the game is not paying taxes in Russia because their offices are located in Cyprus, but whether earnings of the game are going to a big conglomerate somewhere out there, now this I cannot tell you. Where's my stroll? So let's give it a go. Let's check some sexy robots. Let's fight some sexy robots. I'm gonna start the game if needed. I'll reduce some settings. I let it play on auto-detected settings. I'm still using my old graphics card because I'm still waiting for the new power supplies to arrive in Europe. Well, not in Europe, in my country, because they're already in Central European countries.
The Chelomey complex was built from the ground up to be the ideal comfortable workplace.
Can it, Glove?
Why does it start like that? That's a very weird way to start. I'll reduce some stuff. Wait, didn't I switch this one off? Man, this shit didn't apply my settings. Off. Quality. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for those settings. Oh, motion blur. Get the fuck out of here, motion blur. Aha, I had to apply them. Okay, obviously the game is gonna look bad. Huh. They didn't fucking name custom in English. They forgot to put an English name for custom.
I've been here before.
Will we make it for the speech?
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
Can you guess my lowest 99% FPS right now? 14. 4 fucking teen. Okay, I'll go everything low. I'll just go everything low, see how it is. Not expecting miracles with a 1060. But yeah. Sonic not delivering in Bulgaria the promised power supplies. Why so low? What is low? What's low? My voice? Is my voice low? It normally isn't. Normally the voice isn't low, and is the game extremely loud? Why the graphics are so low? Because I'm running at 42 FPS right now, even with those settings. I mean, it's 60 FPS right now, 59, but the 99% FPS, the 1% WoW is 42 right now. But again, I'm not expecting miracles with a 6 GB graphics card. I have a 7900 XTX waiting for a power supply, waiting for Sonic to finally
Sure, thanks.
vote some power supplies in Bulgaria. I mean, I bought a new graphics card in December. And
like
since
another bug
then,
got stuck in the tree.
since before
That
Christmas,
always
I've
cracks
been
me up.
waiting for a power supply to actually properly
Still
launch
working on the
in
robot's
Bulgaria.
navigation systems.
Just
I
last
noticed.
week they started stocking up the Sonic Vertex power supply in Germany and Holland
what a
and
beautiful
France,
day.
and in general in Central Europe. But they still haven't stocked those in my country. They even have them in Romania. They have them in my neighboring country, Romania, but they don't fucking have them in Bulgaria. And I've been waiting for already one fucking quarter, for 3 months. 3 months have I been waiting with the graphics card that I can't use because they still don't have the new power supplies from Sonic in my country. They do have some other ones. For example, the Be Quiet. The biggest problem with the new Be Quiet, I would have actually gotten the new Be Quiet if it had three 8-pin slots for a GPU. It only has 2 because it's a 1000-watt version. But again, probably 1 or 2 weeks more. Most likely 1 more week. If I'm working next week, I'll be able to get that power
Good
supply.
morning, my boy. How are you? Did you sleep well?
Good morning, Dr.
I've waited
Sechenov.
so long.
I slept fine.
I'll wait
Waiting
longer.
was-
Can
How do
I
you like
skip this annoying
the new glove?
cutscene? I
Better
hate
than the old one.
I
It's
hate
growing on
annoying
me.
I'd
cutscenes like
expect
this.
nothing less. I designed the device myself. Be
But
careful
how's it
with
going?
now. It's more important than you might think.
Yes, Dr.
With you,
Sechenov.
Sammy.
I'll keep it safe.
Report to the lab
Or
to complete
Chemic.
your integration with the glove. I've got a full schedule today, so Mikhail Stockhausen will get you up to speed. I'll be in touch later.
Roger that.
This is super boring. I'm in some stupid boat.
You've been ordered to the laboratory, Comrade Major. There's a turbine waiting for you at the airway. Are your orders clear?
Crystal, get off my case already.
I'm pleased to hear you don't have any questions, for once.
You dickhead.
Comrades, Icarus platform residents, and facility guests. The address by the
Man, the FPS is terrible
facility 38
right now with the lowest settings. The lowest, the 99% wows it just went to 9, 11,
Are they getting rid of the rain cloud?
99% wow. I mean, it's normally staying around 59, 60, so I'm hitting my FPS cap that I've given the game with VSync, but there's that those stutters going down to super low numbers every now and then. And it's noticeable on screen when this happens.
Comrades, residents and visitors of the Icarus platform are encouraged to make use of our
Oh, now I'm stuck. Okay. I can go back from where I came. What the?
future awaits. One jab and
Wait, ah, shit.
what do you
Oh, seriously, this game doesn't have an option to keep the mouse cursor to the window border. How could they not add a basic thing such as keeping the mouse cursor to the window border? Maybe advanced input settings might have it. No, it doesn't. Come on. It's something super basic to make sure that the mouse doesn't exit your game window. And when you're playing an FPS, you want that to happen because I'm gonna be scrolling left, right, up, down all the time with my mouse. And imagine during the fight, I click outside of my game window because my mouse exits my game window, and then boom, I'm fucked. I'm clicking, I'm dying because I'm clicking outside of the game window. This should be a must-have option if you're making a fast-paced game. If it's a turn-based game, you probably wouldn't care, but if it's an action RPG, shooter, or anything else fast-paced, platformer, whatever,
isn't all that far from our Chinese allies.
I like their spirit.
being able to
And I hear it's nice there.
constrain the
Indeed it
mouse to the
is.
window borders is a must-have.
You fought in the war, Comrade Major. Did you just remember something?
No, I can't remember shit. I've been drawing a blank ever since I got injured. It's like there's
So I
something
probably could, I could probably do a workaround, maybe go full screen. This fact my whole PC. Look at that bullshit. It's not scaling properly to my monitor because my monitor is 21:9. So I was hoping that it will have pure boxing, black boxes on the side. But now the only way I could play it full screen would be with this one here, my native resolution. So I have to play windowed, and there is no option to constrain the mouse to the window borders. This is just terrible.
stuck in my
I
head,
haven't
but
even gone to the
I
fun
can't
part
figure
of the
out what it
game,
is.
and I'm already not liking a lot of things,
Crispy critters, man.
which should be
Fuck.
basic
Watch
quality
your
of life
language,
in a
Major.
game.
We're in a public place.
Basic quality of life. I mean,
Major Nechayev reporting
it's
for duty.
bare
on
minimum
Comrade
that the
Sectionov's
game needs to
direct
have
order.
before it's ready for launch.
Major. Today is a joyful
Proper
occasion.
resolution
the
options
birthday
and
of Collective.
Yeah, many happy returns. Cut
keeping
to the
your
chase, would
fucking
you? I've got places to be.
mouse
Naturally.
inside the game window.
This is the future of Soviet education. A personal project of Dr.
This annoying voice. I need to remove the voices maybe.
Sechenov's Poly Education. Gone are the days when Soviet citizens had to spend years studying at educational institutions.
When does the actual fun start? When do I start fighting shit? Where is Tereshkova?
Instantly become an educated member of society. Want to learn Korean or get a doctorate in nuclear physics?
Is this her?
Yeah, been there, done that. Skip the foreplay, bot.
Excuse me, of course. Your particular case definitely calls for something more efficacious. Nevertheless, you will still need an initial neuropolymer injection. Comrade Sechenov is expecting you, Agent P3. I've been informed of your imminent arrival. Here, take this capsule. You have just upgraded your glove with scanner functionality. Using the
Paint.
neuropolymer
Someone wrote this in
module,
Paint.
The sensors in your glove are now directly connected to your neural system, especially your eyes' polymer retina. Any information gathered by these sensors will be polymerically
Come on, I wanna kill
projected
stuff.
directly onto your
Stop with the
retina,
boring
producing
introductions.
an augmented reality effect.
The only effect I've seen
This is only meant to tilt people. There is no fucking reason why why you would have such a boring, stupid introduction instead of jumping right into action in the fucking tutorial. The only reason they would add it is to tilt people. And I can't skip it. If there was an option skip cutscenes, skip cinematics, skip dialogue, whatever, I would have done it. I'm supposed to take a capsule. I already took a capsule. Where is the next capsule to take? Out. Activate the scanner.
For your information, that's a highly user-friendly gesture.
I'm not seeing a capsule to take.
Didn't you say you were in a hurry just a moment ago?
Shut your trap and keep scanning, would ya?
It no longer asked me to take a capsule. Okay. I guess it was just wagging and telling me to take a capsule after I have already taken it.
Please continue with your mission.
He's playing Tchaikovsky in the background. Wait, it's telling me to take a capsule, but I'm not seeing a fucking capsule. Maybe there's another one over there.
Report to the lobby of that high-rise, Comrade Major. They're waiting for you.
Shitty Soviet propaganda. Fucking hate Soviet propaganda and shit.
Comrade Major.
I'm gonna enjoy destroying the bad guys in this game.
The access code. It's been left with one of his bodyguards.
Yeah, natürlich. I love this place. No matter how many times I come here, it always amazes me. It's just so nice.
Our elevator has arrived.
Man, the FPS just went to 2 FPS for a moment there. That's not normal. If it jumps from like 60 plus to 2, then there's some serious stutters. Then that means if you have 200, it could go back to like 180 or something like that. If you have 250, it can go to 190 or something like this. If that's a 50 FPS drop, 50 plus FPS, 60 plus FPS drop, that's something serious. And someone playing with a good graphics card won't notice the graphical problems in this game, because if they set it to like limit to 120 or 140 or whatever their monitor supports, and they can still feed it the frames even with the stutters, they definitely won't notice that. And then when you consider fake frames like the OSS, when you consider the Nuvu also impacting the performance, and the developer saying that the performance impact of the Nuvu can be negated with fake frames from Nvidia, and soon when we have AMD FSR 3 from Radeon as well. Gottes, how's it going? Welcome back.
Thanks, Einstein. What would I ever do without you?
How are you today? Are you gonna be playing this month? Are you gonna be playing Riza? It's a new game similar to Harvestella that will be coming on Switch, PC, and other platforms like PlayStation, whatever. You might wanna try that one out. If you liked Harvestella, which I know you did, you probably will like Atelier Riza 3. Get in the car. Where is the fucking car I'm supposed to get into? It's saying I need to go down. Why did I climb up there? Fuck this game. Why did it make me go up the elevator if I was supposed to go down? Atelier Riza or Riza or
You've built
Riza.
yourself a city of the future, boss. There's nothing else like it in the whole USSR.
I built it for all mankind, not for myself.
You can watch my
Humanity is on the
upcoming
verge of
games
some
video
great
on YouTube,
discoveries.
and
One day
it's
we'll
in there.
reach
You
this
can see
star.
some
These
footage of
castles
the
in
game
sky.
in my
On our
high profile
journey to
upcoming
the
games
farthest
video
reaches
on
of the
YouTube for
universe. I'm busy
March.
helping humanity realize its own greatness.
You're a dreamer, Dr. Sechenov.
Fantasy and science go hand in hand. Most modern inventions were described long ago.
It's
in
the
science
finale
fiction.
of this
Flying
trilogy
machines,
for
space
Riza.
travel, even robots.
I mean,
You're telling me
the
you got your
Atelier
ideas
series
from
is
sci-fi
a
novels?
I
popular
got them from the
series
dreams of mankind,
of
you see.
RPG
Man
games,
was born to dream, to do great things.
and
But unfortunately,
this one for Riza
there are those who wish to
is
crush
ending
those
soon.
dreams. And that's
What do
when
you
men
all
like
think
you
so
come
far?
into
Should
play.
we get it now or
Men
wait
sworn
for a
to
discount or
defend
sale?
mankind
Once you
its
one of
destiny.
your
You ready
favorite,
to
your
give it to
first.
somebody, boss?
Well, first
You're
of all,
very
you
relaxed
need to
about it,
tell
my
me what
boy.
machine do you
I
have.
hope it won't come to that. Let's
What's
make it
your
one
machine?
second.
Because if you have an
First,
old
I need
graphics card,
substantial glove upgrade
I wouldn't
report to the
recommend
lab.
getting it.
A Tereshkova
If you
robot
have
will be
something
spared.
above 8
And take you to the
gigabytes
background
video
complex.
RAM, if you have like
Understood?
Yes, sir.
3060,
I'm getting your part
3070,
right now.
etc. 6800, 6700 Radeons, 6600, something like that. Then probably I don't know. It depends. First of all, there is a risk that you're funding the Russian war by buying the game. It's not confirmed, but there are rumors that the developers Mundfish, who are Russian developers, but they have their offices moved. Their offices are moved in Cyprus, so they're paying taxes to Cyprus. But there are rumors that some big conglomerate company is backing them and funding them, so that the profits from this will be going back there. So this is not confirmed. So you have to keep that in mind when getting the game. You also have to know that there is the Nuvu. If you don't like the Nuvu DRM, there's that. So there are those things to consider when buying the game. So far, it's been extremely boring. I still haven't gotten to the fun part. And it's too early for me to judge the game. Until I have started fighting, I won't be able to tell you what I think about it. So far, it's been extremely boring and I couldn't skip the boring stuff. Normally in games, it's good when they let me skip the boring stuff. Boring cutscenes, boring dialogue, stuff like that.
Secure your seatbelt. We wish you a very pleasant journey.
But you can get it for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then refund it if you don't like it. There's also that. But that's only if you're willing to bother with the whole refund procedure, which on Steam it's pretty painless. I'm not sure how refunding works on console and stuff, but on Steam it's pretty painless as long as it's 2.5 hours. And I can't skip them. I'm not seeing an option to skip this.
Flying pigs. Have you seen flying pigs?
I'll remove the music. I can't listen to this fucking bullshit sots music. It doesn't fucking stop. Seriously. Why? Why is the game fucking torturing me with old sot songs? No. Fuck. Fuck your music. I hope this is not copyrighted. Imagine me getting a fucking copyright strike even though I disabled copyrighted content from the game menu. Because this song should be copyrighted, as far as I can imagine. I mean, unless it's some sort of cover version they made for the game. Okay, I can bring back the music, although switching this one off didn't help much.
This is Facility 3826's audio guide. We will soon be arriving at our destination. Estimated time of arrival is 11:47 a.m. On-site temperature 26 degrees Celsius. There is a slight breeze. You can now observe the Soyuz Granite Bridge spanning Lake Lazur and two of the facility's high-profile test sites, the VDNH and Sakhalin. These are connected by magnetic levitation or maglev rail. This technology was pioneered by the Chelomey Design Department and a personal
Maglev,
project
yeah,
responsible for
the thing that Elon Musk fucked up. Elon Musk is the master of buying a company that has a good idea and fucking it up.
operations of an automated plant performing robot assembly
Like that boring company
facilities various
with the tunnels that they were gonna do and make like the maglev stuff.
This is capable of autonomously managing and fulfilling up to 100 orders per
And with Tesla. Right now, Mercedes, for example, has so much better electromobiles. I'm surprised how good the Mercedes electromobile electric cars are.
We are currently flying over sunflower solar farms, capable of supplying electricity to the entire
And Asian companies like Mazda, they also have good ones,
nearby
although not as good as the Mercedes. Or was it maybe I'm mistaken? Maybe not Mazda.
train station,
Maybe it was another one that was in my head.
allowing personnel to travel from one complex to another.
Yeah, Mercedes, they have some amazing electric vehicles there. If only, um, if only I had the money to get one. Although even if I had the money to get one, I probably wouldn't. I probably would invest them into something else.
Facility 3826's numerous agricultural miracles too.
First of all, I can't drive, and I have no interest in learning how to drive.
Designed by sculptors Lena Uskov and Alexander Kivalnikov and autonomously erected in 1951 by the Collective 1.0 neural network with the help of robot builders. Note that this effectively makes it the world's first collaborative artistic effort between
Man, the game has been boring after boring after boring after boring so far. I wanna fight. I don't care about some fucking flying cars and talking to some stupid robots. whoever the game director of this game is needs to rethink their career choices.
Soviet people.
You don't force players into boring cutscenes, dialogues, or whatever without being able to skip the book menu. Can I skip? Is there a command for skip?
You have reached your destination. You are now at Laboratory 8 of the Vavilov Complex's above-ground facilities. Have a nice day.
Take my hand, Comrade Major. I will escort you to the Vavilov complex.
What in the sweaty hell is going on here?
There are various mods you can download for this game already, by the way.
Carrying out their normal operations.
So the modding community has been pretty quick at trying to mod this game. And I think the modding community there was a leaked developer build for this game a couple of weeks ago or so. And I think they used that developer build to take some information like this debug menu from it. Although I heard that the developer build was broken in terms of making the monsters extremely difficult, making the enemies extremely difficult in the leaked developer build. Wow, it finally probably starts getting fun. See, this is where the game should have actually started. I should have had an option to skip anything up until now. See, even this stupid cutscene I cannot skip. Oh, he's got the force. He's the Jedi.
This is P3. Come in. Sergey, are you alright, my boy? I'm okay, boss. But nothing here is the way it's supposed to be. Whatever's going on really started a while ago.
Victor Petrov. He's a traitor who hacked the collective's central hub and caused the civilian robots to...
Okay.
Petrov has access codes for the hub.
Pretty bad when it comes to physics and impact. I mean, I'm slicing this robot and it's as if I'm hitting the ground behind the robot rather than the robot itself. The same goes with the chicken. I kill it and then it's as if I'm not slicing the chicken anymore. There is blood, but that's pretty much it. Let's check some of the environment. Can I hit it? See, I'm hitting the ground. I'm not hitting the object, I'm hitting the fucking ground. Let's check the piggy. First enemies. As expected, the first enemies starting off easy. Some slow moving robots. Okay. Give me some milk.
Got it. I can deal with that. Let's start looking.
Petrov is currently somewhere in the underground levels of the Vavilov complex. Find a way inside.
Okay, let's do it.
Do those cars eventually disappear? Is there a limit on how many of those cars we can have? I wanna see if the first cars will disappear. Secret cow level. Doesn't seem like the first cars disappeared. Okay, I'm not gonna keep doing that to see how long until the cars start disappearing.
Alive in there?
Who's inside? Why does the robot need to use the toilet?
Get away from me! Go fuck yourself! Get off me!
Almost choked to death there. Give me a hand.
I didn't see that coming.
The voices are very well now. I reduced the voices because of that one annoying female robot.
This place is a damn madhouse.
Yeah, I noticed.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for the
Granny
help.
Zena.
Right, Sonny. What are you
And
doing here
again, I
anyway?
can't skip this
Oh, just passing
cutscene.
through. Who are you?
Me? Zena. Granny Zena. That's all you need to know.
Fine, I get it. So what's going on
I don't
here?
know if you noticed, but
Lots
the
of
robots are
casualties.
attacking people. Anyone who couldn't find a place to hide is dead meat.
I could really use a weapon. You got anything?
What happened to our axe?
But I'm not giving you shit. Beneath us is a complex. If you need a weapon, go down there.
The Vavilov complex? That's where I'm headed.
Ah, well, today's your lucky day. I'm heading that way too. It's basically safe.
Shit! It's a Pchila!
Son of a bitch. We've got 30 seconds. Move your ass!
30 seconds until what?
30
Life
seconds
support
until we're
systems
fucked, sonny boy.
repaired.
Royally
And
fucked.
Shohei for his 21st month in a row. Thank you very much, Jude, right in the fields, for resubscribing to my channel with
I said
Twitch Prime.
clockwise, idiot.
How's it going?
Like that. I'll hold 'em off for now.
One of the longest supporting members of the Strict Club, Shohei.
Riding my ass for 2 days now.
How's it going in Japan? How's your Diablo hype meter going? How hyped are you from 1 to 10 for Diablo? Or from 0 to 100
You hang on to that key.
for Diablo 4?
This.
For the beta. Oh, what the fuck is this enemy? Oh shit. We're falling. We are falling. 10% excited. That's the way. That's the way to go. I have a friend of mine, a real life buddy, who doesn't want to play the beta. He's like, I'm gonna play the game when it's there. I'm like, why? You get some useful experience from the beta. Everyone who is interested in Diablo 4, he says, I don't want to pre-order. And that's fine. There is a beta for which you don't have to pre-order. The second weekend
What a
is for people who
goddamn
didn't pre-order the
clusterfuck.
game for Diablo 4. So yeah, if someone wants
We need to find a way to open this armored door.
to get
Gee,
some
you think?
useful
Enough with the
experience
lame advice,
regarding
will ya?
game
Why
systems
don't you
and
tell
stuff,
me
and
more
just
about
in general to
Petrov?
just test
How'd they track him
up
down
until level
anyway?
25
Betrayal was
the
discovered by
classes they are
Mikhail
interested
Stockhausen.
in, to see
He
which
was
class
then
they
arrested
like
by the Argentan unit.
So how do you end
which
up
class
here?
they like
After
more.
the trial, Petrov was sentenced to community service and sent back
This
here
is what
as a
the beta
prisoner.
is for,
What,
so
they
you
couldn't
can
find
test
anyone else in the whole
the
Soviet
first few
Union to do
levels,
his job?
the first
Collective's
act
launch was only a few months away.
on the classes
Replacing a
you're
lead
interested
engineer
in,
would have
so
been
that when the
foolish.
game launches you
Petrov
would
had to
know what
finish what
to
he'd
do. You
started,
would know
and
which
that's
class
what they made
you
him
actually
do.
want to
What's so
do as
special
your
about the
first
guy?
class.
Victor Petrov was
Because
previously
I
the
want to
lead
make my
engineer
first
of a
class
secret
sorcerer on
department
launch,
within
but
the Academy of
maybe it will be a necro,
Consequences,
maybe it
dedicated
will be a
to
druid.
programming
This
robots for
beta,
Collective 2.0.
you will let me test
Right.
necro, druid, barbarian, sorcerer, rogue. It will let me test all the classes those beta weekends, and after that I will actually make my real decision what to start as my first class on launch. Obviously, level 25 is not enough to tell you how it would be in the game, in the end game, but at least at the beginning you would know how it will be in the first act, and you would also test some builds and stuff, mini builds for 25 points. You will definitely test necromancer and maybe rogue. Well, necromancer and druid are for the second weekend, for the open beta weekend. If you pre-order the game, you would be able in the first weekend to play sorcerer, barbarian, and rogue, and necro and druid plus the other three will be for the open beta. I'll try to test at least 2 in the first weekend, and pretty much I'll be doing 24-hour streams, 24 plus hour. I'll play as long as I can handle for the beta, so that I can level up as many characters as much as possible in those betas and get some experience. So when there's the Diablo 4 beta, I'll try to push it to 40-50 hours, then get 5-6 hours sleep, and then play some more, because it's only 72 hours and I want to get as much experience as possible. Where am I supposed to go? Find a valve from the sealed gate. Oh, shit, man, this I keep clicking outside of my game window.
Welcome to the Vavilov complex. Named
You don't need to
after the
test
great
sorcerer, you already
Soviet
know you love. Yeah, same for me. But I want to test to see which type of sorcerer skills I need to play the most. Which type of skills are good at the beginning. I want to test them. Because once I know which types of skills I like more, I would kind of have an idea on launch which dungeons to target first, which strongholds, which dungeons and stuff like this to target first, so I can get my legendary powers from them. Where am I supposed to go? Find a valve from the sealed gate. I'm not finding a valve. Man, I keep clicking outside of my game. It's super annoying. Extremely annoying that they didn't put an option to keep the game window. So every now and then when you see my game character freeze, that's because I'm clicking outside of my game window. This is not doing anything. Why did they have to make it so fucking difficult to figure out what to do? Oh, I see it. I see it. They should have made it a little easier. They should have made an arrow blinking pointing me upward or something like that. Druid, yes, except especially this the Lycan Lacerator build I made. Lacerate is an extremely strong skill. The Lycan Lacerator I made might be a little bit too little bit too squishy. Tomorrow I'm releasing another setup for the druid, which is earth skills based druid. Only earth skills. And there is another type of druid which eventually I will make as a build, which would be earth plus storm. There is this type of juggler, the juggler druid, where you're juggling between storm and earth, and each cast of storm boosts your next cast of earth, and vice versa. But I made one setup. I just need to edit the video footage tomorrow for purely earth damage druid, which is pretty fun, and it could be pretty strong. It's a lot of crits, believe me. From on paper, at least, there's a lot of crits on that build, and there's a lot of fortify, and you're doing damage based on how much fortify you have. So you're making yourself beefier, tankier. Pretty much fortifies extra HP on top of your HP. And you're doing damage, extra damage based on how much fortify you have. And there's various ways to get fortify in that setup. Is there a flashlight or something? Man, I keep clicking outside of the game. Why? I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go. Man, this game is extremely disappointing so far. Why did they design it so badly? Like, I have no idea what to do. I mean, in a giant shithole, and I have no idea where to go. Extremely disappointed from this game. Even if you get it for free, I wouldn't recommend this. Even if they give you the game for free, even if you pirate it and download a cracked version, I just don't recommend it so far. It's been an extremely long sequence before you even get to do some action, and when you do get to do some action, you're not really doing much action. You're just playing a 3D platformer. Without any hints regarding where to go. Oh, I finally found something.
Just what I need.
Finally found something. They should make it a what more obvious what you need to do. They forgot to idiot-proof the game properly. I mean, there's never enough idiot-proofness in a game, but they definitely should have added more than they did.
What the shit? Hang on, buddy. Hang on.
What the struck guy?
Be mindful of facility secrets and never discuss your work at home.
And then there's the FPS drop, which goes down to 2 FPS, 11 FPS. Right now my WoW FPS 1% WoWs just right now we're like around 12, 17, 20. Super high stutters. And the game doesn't seem anything special in terms of gameplay. It's just like a copy-pasted shooter, first-person shooter. Like all the other ones that have released the past 10 years.
At this rate, I won't last long. That first part really kicked my ass.
Destroyed robots containing
Well, on Game
neuropolymer
Pass you can get it for free
resuscitation
without
drug called
without actually
Extract the
paying
neuromed
the
capsule
game
and use it
directly.
to heal yourself.
So at least Game Pass
wouldn't hurt
has
to
that.
collect other
It
resources
won't
you find
hurt
along the
people
way, Major.
to play it on Game Pass.
May I remind you that your gear includes a special Yarov Abalakov backpack for storing items and equipment? It utilizes a quantum singularity to shrink items
But
placed
for
within
now, it has
then
been
restores them to their
only
original
boring.
size upon
I haven't seen the fun
Yeah, weird
in the
science,
game
huh?
yet.
It's like we're living in sci-fi times or something.
Whereas if I compare it to a game like Borderlands, the action starts from the very beginning. The fun starts from the very first few minutes of the game. You don't have to go through like over half an hour of talking to people and some a flying car sequence, riding some stupid elevators and taking some fucking medicine and whatnot. Borderlands game directors, they know how to get you hooked from the very first few moments of the game. These games directors should reconsider their career choices and maybe go start making fucking movies. And there's nothing wrong in movies. I mean, I graduated in 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 acting and filmmaking, so I love me some movies, but I don't want my games um, to be boring in the very first few minutes. I like cutscenes. I like cinematics in a game, like in God of War, for example. But not at the very beginning of the game to be stuck in like over half an hour of walking and talking and listening to fucking annoying robots. So God of War also had a cinematic start, but it was a short cinematic, and then you had to do stuff. Then you had some fighting, and God of War was so much more fun as a single player game. Because okay, let's say Borderlands is kind of a water shooter, different genre, co-op game. So maybe not that good to compare it, but it's still a first-person shooter with a great story. Borderlands 3 and 1 and 2. But yeah, this one it just misses the point of how to introduce people to the game. And if they insist on having the boring cutscenes and dialogues at the beginning, the least they can do is let people skip. Letting people skip annoying dialogue and cutscenes is the way to go. Ah fuck, see, and now I'm clicking outside of the game window. Fuck, I clicked again. And now I'm getting correct because the game keeps clicking outside of the game window. There is no option to keep my cursor in the game. And in a game with a lot of action. See, again, fuck. It's impossible to play this game in windowed mode. Impossible. And when I switch to full screen, it stretches my 16:9 resolution to 21:9, which is my screen resolution. I keep moving my mouse. Left, right, and then it exits my game window and clicks in my browser, which is behind it. And this is unplayable, literally. Like this is the the definition of unplayable. This is the literal definition of unplayable. When you keep trying to aim and dodge and move, and then the game clicks outside to a different window. And then it hides the game, and you have to press out and tap quickly to bring it back. But when you press out and tap, your cursor is still outside, and you have to actually press the Windows button so you can find where your cursor is and center it in the game window. And this is literally the one basic quality of life that probably they can even download a ready Unreal script for that. So they don't have to develop it themselves. There's already on the Unreal market. Probably someone already put it out there, maybe even for free. A script that keeps your fucking mouse in the fucking window, so that if you're playing, it doesn't go outside. Borderlands 3 had this on fucking day one. They had it in the press preview builds of Borderlands 3. This tells you how much they think about their player base. I guess they only care about money when making this game. They don't fucking care about the players. I'm not gonna play this game anymore. Sorry, but the game is not treating me like like a proper human being. It's treating me like a walking cash cow, and I refuse to be treated that way by a game. So yeah, fuck it. Off to refund land. This game is definitely not worth your time, and especially not worth your money. Maybe you can play it when you don't have anything better to play on a console, on the Xbox, Game Pass, on PC or whatever. But this is just basic quality of life. If you don't have the most basic quality of life options, like for example, I tried playing full screen, and full screen 1080p 1920 to 1080, it stretched it because I have 21 by 9 ultra wide monitor, but I play on regular wide for obvious reasons. My stream is in regular wide, and it just stretched it, and it looks ugly and terrible. And normally in games, when you set 16 by 9 resolution on full screen, it gives you black boxes on the side, so it keeps the resolution, condenses it. But again, they could have just added the fucking constraint cursor to window borders option, and that would have been fine. So obviously this game is a cash grab, and a very blatantly obvious one. So just don't fall for the fucking trap. I'm surprised Microsoft gave them money for this game to go on Game Pass. Maybe because of the fucking overhype. But this is the definition of an overhyped game. This is even worse than Hogwarts Legacy when it comes to an overhyped, terrible game for February. So yeah, off I go to maybe make some more builds. Use my time well. So thanks for stopping by. Keep it cool. Until next time from me, and goodbye.